Both trust and belief drive half of supplement marketing. Buying supplements isn't just about ingredient facts and labels. It's tied to emotions like wanting to feel healthy, wanting to look good, and live a vibrant life. Even with all these feelings, though, trust and belief are what truly guide people when making their final choice. Trust and belief, hope, and desire. But in this episode, we're going to be looking at trust and belief. Welcome to Health Business Mastery, the Creative Thirst podcast. I'm your host, Bobby Hewitt. Trust is the foundation upon which many customer decisions are built. Selling through trust is especially true in the supplement industry. Given that supplements are ingested, right? Consumers need to trust the products. They need to be able to feel comfortable taking them and putting them into their bodies. They need to choose to integrate them into their daily routines. This trust can take various forms, including trust in the brand, trust in the product's ingredients, trust in the sources of information, and more. One of the strongest forms of trust is the trust people place in a brand. Now, big supplement brands like Nature's Made or Garden of Life, they're trusted just because they have a long history of making safe, high-quality products. They're trusted because they're also in stores. Now, these brands often follow strict rules for making their supplements, right? They earn certifications like NSF or USP, which shows that their products are tested and reliable. Do most of the people that buy supplements know what those certifications even mean? Probably not. But when people trust a brand, they feel safe about using its products. For most supplement brands, trust is built over time through consistent product quality, transparency in ingredient sourcing, and customer reviews. Smaller supplement brands don't have the history that bigger supplement brands have, so they can't really leverage the things that the big supplement brands can. But smaller dietary supplement brands can build this kind of trust. They can build it quickly, even if they're new to the market. Here are some ways that smaller supplement brands can build trust. The first way is to use high-quality ingredients. Really be clear about where your ingredients come from. Share if they're organic, share if they're non-GMO or sustainably sourced. For example, a brand can highlight that its sourcing comes from a specific place in the world, right? If your brand or supplements ingredients come from maybe the mid-mountain range in the Himalayas, you can add that to your marketing copy, and you can begin to see how this adds trust through specificity. People say, oh, I see that this comes from a very specific source, so therefore this must be better. I'm going to trust it more. The second way you can get to trust quickly is to get third-party testing. Show that your supplements are tested by an independent lab. Post certificates or lab results on your website to prove that the product is safe and effective. This is likely being done by your supplement manufacturer, but it's typically not something that is in most marketing to consumers. And this is really an opportunity for those smaller brands to take what's already been done and just shine a light on it. The third way is to be transparent. Explain how your products are made. Share the details about the process, like how are you ensuring quality at every single step. This, again, is probably something that your manufacturer is doing. Talk to your manufacturer to get those details and express that on your sales page through your marketing. You can add more trust by just talking about the process of the raw ingredients. For example, are they hand-picked? Are they handpicked by a certain group of people? Are they handpicked in a certain region of the world? The fourth way you can build trust is to engage with your audience. Answer customer questions on social media or on your website. Typically, if you're advertising on Meta, then people are commenting. Don't let them sit there. Just add to the comments. Respond to every single comment that someone makes on your ad or your post, even if it's a negative comment. This makes the brand feel more personable and more relatable and builds trust quickly. The fifth way is to share real stories. Highlight testimonials or success stories from real customers. If you get a really good testimonial from one of your customers, you could feature that testimonial. You can feature that customer who saw improvements in whatever, right? They saw improvements in energy levels after using your product. Make that a story. Craft everything around that person's experience, what their life was before they took your product, what their life was after they took your product. Call them up. Send them some free product. Take an hour and talk to them on the phone. Get an interview. Do those sort of things to expand on that testimonial. And make sure you highlight your testimonials that match their target demographic. So if you're going after a very specific target demographic, let's say you're going after men who are 50 or older, then make sure all of your testimonials have men that are 50 or older. Make sure they have a picture, make sure they have a name, make sure they have a location. If you want to amplify that trust, do it on video. Get them on a Zoom call and really have a discussion with them. You may not be able to post the entire call, but I'm sure there's going to be a snippet out there in that call that's going to be a gold nugget that you can use not only as a testimonial, but also as an ad for your product. This really adds a lot of trust very quickly because it shows that there are real people taking your products and that you really care about the customers. The sixth way that you can build trust quickly is to partner with experts. Collaborate with nutritionists, doctors, or health coaches who trust your brand and they can make recommendations to others. You can also leverage that recommendation as a testimonial or a recommendation even, just a doctor recommended product, a doctor recommended brand for your brand, right? If it's doctor endorsed, if it's doctor formulated, those are all things that really get trust quickly to a brand new buyer. This is perhaps the fastest way, is borrowing trust for a new audience. By doing all 6 of these things, if you are a smaller brand, you can stand out in the crowded marketplace. You can create the same kind of trust that makes people loyal to bigger brands in a very quick and short way by just putting in the time, putting in the effort in all 6 of these areas. Now, the next place that people look to trust is trust in product ingredients. So beyond the brand trust, consumers also need to believe in the efficacy of the supplements that they purchase. Transparency is a key strategy used by supplement brands to build trust with their customers. This includes clear labeling of ingredients, providing information about sourcing and manufacturing practices, and really offering access to third-party tools, right? Third-party testing. This is what we talked about as a quick way to get to trust. But brands that are open about their process and provide customers with the information that they need to really make informed decisions are more likely to earn and maintain that trust. And this trust often stems from scientific backing or endorsements by health professionals like we talked about. But you can also gain this trust through leveraging clinical case studies. The clinical case studies don't necessarily have to be on your specific brand. They could be about the ingredients within your brand, right? Some case study that demonstrates the effectiveness of a specific ingredient in a specific amount, and that amount ideally matches what your amount in your supplement is. The presence of such evidence can be a really strong factor in a consumer's decision-making process, as it validates all the product's structure function claims. The trust in the product's ability to deliver on its promises comes from those case studies. And it's critical. It's a critical motivator that drives purchases. Another way you can leverage trust is to use before and after data. Show measurable changes like improved blood sugar or higher energy, or graphs or charts that can really make it easy to understand and visually see in an instant. Beyond that, you could be very specific about the benefits. Don't just say your supplement boosts health, but explain how it improves energy, how it supports digestion, or how it balances hormones. This comes back to the unique mechanism or the action within the body that happens when you take your supplement. Really explain in very simple terms how your supplement works. Another way you can leverage trust is to offer a guarantee. There's no better way to have a big, bold guarantee than to put out there a full 365-day guarantee. It puts more risk on you, but it takes away risk and adds trust to the consumer. Let consumers know that they can get their money back even if they don't see results. This reduces their risks and builds trust instantly. By doing these simple things, a smaller brand can fast-track trust. And trust only grows when customers see clear evidence and real results. Now, the third way that trust is influenced is trust in information sources. Consumers often rely on trusted sources of information to guide their supplement choices. This can include healthcare professionals, trusted websites, or influencers with credibility in the health and wellness space. But it also has a role in these trusted sources that is to provide clarity and assurance to a market that can sometimes be overwhelmed due to the sheer number of options and varying levels of quality out there. For example, a recommendation from a doctor or a dietitian to take a specific vitamin D supplement can carry significant weight as consumers trust their expertise. Similarly, a well-researched article on a trusted health website can really help consumers feel confident that their decision to try a new supplement is the right choice. Now, if you can't get or afford a medical doctor recommendation for your supplement brand, there are several alternatives, such as chiropractors or natural practitioners, dietitians, or physical trainers. Just go slightly below the medical doctor category. There's still trust in those other people. The bottom line really is that you want to build trust in the information and the source of that information on your sales page. So here are some ways that you can follow when it comes to building trust in the information. The first way is to link to a trusted resource. Oftentimes you'll see resources listed at the bottom of a sales page, right above the footer. You want to share case studies from well-known medical journals or universities. You want to mention those journals, those universities where those case studies were published. For example, include links to that research about the benefits. I would include a link, but I wouldn't actually link to it. I would include the URL as proof, but linking out to it on a sales page could distract people. And that means they may not come back and buy. If it's a blog page that's really just informational, absolutely link out. If you're asking for the sale, then don't link out, just leverage the credibility of that study. Another way we mentioned before is get an expert review. Have doctors or nutritionists review your information, not just the product, right? So display this information on every blog post and sales page as this article has been reviewed by Dr. X, Y, and Z. You can even do a board, a bunch of doctors that are behind your company, and that's the expert review on the information. If it's not a blog post and you want to use this and leverage it on a sales page, which is very wise, then instead of getting that doctor to review and sort of approve the entire sales letter, because oftentimes they won't, oftentimes that sales letter has a lot of emotional impact and a lot of marketing teeth in order to get them to buy, but get the doctor or health practitioner or chiropractor to approve a certain section or quantify a certain result and just that one section highlight in your sales page. Another way you can do it is to show certificates. Use third-party testing and certification from groups like NSF, USP, and show that your information is backed by science. A fourth way is to use clear references. List the sources for any claims that you make. So, for example, if you say, studies show that berberine helps with blood sugar, link to those studies. Use footnotes and citations that reference each individual study and each individual claim. A fifth way is to include expert quotes. Use quotes from trusted professionals in your marketing. You can even use quotes from institutions and organizations as long as you cite them. That way you kind of are borrowing trust and building it very quickly. Customers will feel confident knowing that the information is real and reliable. Now let's switch gears and get into the role of belief in supplement marketing. So belief is a big reason why people buy supplements. It's the other half of the trust and belief coin. So belief often works hand in hand with trust. People need to believe that the supplement will help them. They also need to believe in the idea behind taking supplements. So, for example, some people believe in natural health. They think using vitamins and minerals is better than taking prescription drugs. Others believe a supplement will help them reach a personal health goal, like having more energy or losing weight. But when it comes to people belief in supplements, they feel hopeful. And now this hope turns into action, leading them to make a purchase. Belief, just like trust, is multifaceted. There is a belief in the product benefits, belief in the health philosophies that support the reasons people take dietary supplements, and belief in personal health goals that all play a role in marketing supplements. Let's take a look at each one in a bit more depth. So first we have the belief in the product benefits. Consumers often purchase supplements because they believe in the benefits that these products can provide. This belief may be based on scientific research, anecdotal evidence, or even just cultural practices. It doesn't necessarily have to go back to a specific quantifiable study or research. So, for example, turmeric supplements are popular among those who believe in their anti-inflammatory properties, right? So supported by both traditional Ayurvedic medicine and contemporary research. Those people may not even need to know about any studies. The belief in turmeric's ability to reduce inflammation and support joint health really motivates many people to incorporate it into their daily regimen. It's been used as a spice for years, hundreds and thousands of years. India. So it's already an existing belief that exists in a certain culture. And you're just simply tapping into that or shining a light on that for other people that are not in that culture. Here's another example about how belief ties into the purchase decision. So consumers who really prioritize or have a belief in clean, natural living are more likely to trust and believe in supplements that align with their internal values. This is why they seek out more organic vitamins and supplements, more herbal supplements. So the belief in personal health goals can also influence them as well. Personal health goals, whether they are related to fitness, weight loss, or just overall wellness, are often underpinned by a strong belief in the power of supplements to help achieve these goals. This belief is not just about the functional benefits of a supplement, but also about the psychological motivation that comes from taking a proactive step towards one's health objectives. For instance, an individual may be training for a marathon and they might believe that protein powders and BCAA supplements are essential for muscle recovery and endurance. And they may have read the research and that has led to their belief. But this belief drives the purchase decisions and shapes their supplement routine and reinforces their commitment to their training goals. Similarly, someone looking to improve their mental clarity and focus might turn to a nootropic supplement or some other brain health supplement driven by a belief that these products will enhance their cognitive performance. This belief is often strengthened by anecdotal evidence, marketing claims, and the desire to gain an edge in today's work or academics. So the belief that is within the customer's mind already, the desire that they want to achieve, is where the belief comes from. And the belief is really being met with the purchase and consumption of that supplement. So the interplay of trust and belief in supplement marketing is how you can leverage this. Trust and belief are really two sides of the same coin, and they support the decision-making process when you're making a supplement purchase. Trust provides the foundation of confidence in the safety, quality, and efficacy of the products, while belief really fuels the motivation to achieve the personal goal that you're looking to accomplish and really support your existing health philosophies. So together, these elements create a powerful pull that really draws customers towards dietary supplements, shaping their choices and driving the growth of the industry. Supplement brands know trust and belief are super important. These are two things that help people decide what to buy. That's why they are a big part of good marketing for supplements. When a brand builds trust, people feel safe buying from them. And when a brand strengthens belief, people feel sure that the product will help them. They're just reassuring what their values are and what they already believe. So this mix of trust and belief helps brands get loyal customers. These customers feel confident and happy with their choices rather than a marketing message that's really more heavy-handed and is just pushing someone towards a sale using other emotional tactics. That's how brands get customers and then they can't keep them. But using trust and belief is how brands can keep people coming back again and again. As the supplement market continues to evolve, brands that can successfully cultivate trust and reinforce belief will be positioned to thrive in the future. And by understanding the emotional and psychological drivers behind supplement purchases, companies can create more meaningful connections with their customers, offering not just products, but also the trust and belief that lead to lasting loyalty. So in this dynamic supplement landscape, a supplement purchase really sits right in the middle of an emotional buying decision and a functional buying decision. And those decisions are really influenced by the power of trust, belief, desire, and hope. Creative Thirst is a direct response digital agency. We work with dietary supplement companies who are struggling to maximize the profitability of their funnels so they can scale. We've optimized many dietary supplement businesses. And in that time, we've uncovered the 3 critical funnels for success. You can get that free report by going to creativethirst.com. Scroll down to the appropriate section and click on the blue Get Your ebook button.